Hi everybody, Chatty Sparkly Runners on vacation. We're having a lovely time down here in Pembrokeshire, and today we're going to look especially at the different training paces and when you use them in the week, and what are the best training paces to use and when in the week to use. But first of all,
I have recovered from last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making me do all that after running.
So it's the end of the 6-week Chatty challenge.
Yes, and we've already had a few people sharing their successes, which is fantastic. So it will be good to hear about your success. So please post. But it's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, you were going to give a few examples of some people that have done really well.
Well, yeah, but just people have been running Chatty for a week. Nothing faster than Chatty, apart from
for 6 weeks.
They've been doing some sparkly bits, hopefully, and they just improve. So their gentle Chatty running speed will be going up by 20 seconds a mile.
Yeah.
And that's just for starters. That's just in 6 weeks.
So there's that first pace, isn't it? Chatty and super Chatty.
Yeah, and
this is the most important pace that you've got in your in your little bag of paces.
And Will said, you know, over in Canada, it isn't just for beginners. We don't want to give the impression that Chatty running is just for beginners. It's brilliant for beginners, and it's something that's essential for beginners to have to learn. But it is for everybody. So Olympic athletes will do the vast majority of their training will be Chatty. And they will go on lovely long Chatty runs, chatting to one another.
Their recovery runs will be Chatty.
Their recovery runs will be Chatty.
What percentage of their running do you think will be Chatty?
Well, there's that book, isn't there?
The 80-20
Matt
book,
Fitzgerald's 80-20.
Yeah.
But I would suggest it's more Chatty than that.
Really?
For some of the year, for a proportion of the year, it will be vastly, nearly all Chatty, with a bit of sparkles in it.
So there are huge benefits from Chatty running for everybody.
For everybody, because that's where the magic happens. It's where your body adapts the best, and it's by running Chatty that you cause the major adaptations that you want in your body, and people will be amazed at how quickly they improve.
And it's lovely and easy.
Yeah, so there's your first pace and when to do it, Chatty. And the secret is, if you've started your Chatty running and you're improving, don't stop what you're doing.
Yeah, that's
so
the thing,
if you're
isn't it?
just Chatty or super Chatty running, which is slower than Chatty running, and you're increasing the amount of walking as a beginner, if you're improving, well, don't change. You've got for the experienced athletes and I'm not going to say serious, because the beginners are serious too, but the faster runners, they love running fast. And so Keith Schofield has said that he coaches some really top athletes. He says they have to learn to enjoy Chatty running, and running along, having a chat with your friends is fantastic. And the more you do, the better you'll get.
So if all those adaptations are happening at Chatty pace, then
it's where the magic happens.
Yeah, the magic is happening there. Why do you need to go any faster, or do you need to go any faster?
Well, that's
you made me do last week.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And in fact, going back to the beginners, they will improve, you know, after 6 months. So Drew Edwards down in South Wales, he's been running for 18 months, mainly Chatty, and I think he's improved 2 minutes a mile.
Wow, well done, Drew.
Yeah, so it is amazing. But going back to your question, why would you do
why would you start to go
breathy or even faster paces? And the answer is you need variety. So your body likes variety, and so you're using slightly different muscles, so you're stimulating slightly different muscles when you go breathy, and it just makes it more interesting a week.
Yeah.
So we would say,
well, we say that beginners don't need to go there. Keep that magic happening in Chatty.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sparkly.
But then others.
But you know, once you've done your Chatty challenge, or you're like Drew and you've done your 18 months and you're flying.
Yeah. What do you do? Well, what you do is, we would say, use a variety of aerobic paces. So you'd go jog, Chatty,
super Chatty, Chatty,
breathy. Perhaps you'd have one day a week where you'd even just walk for super recovery,
Yeah.
and you just mix them up. So what about how much in the week would you do?
That's the key question, isn't it? Because
So
it's too easy, you could get carried away.
yeah, so if you were only running twice a week, I would go one chatty sparkly, and I wouldn't do anything more than chatty.
Yeah. If you're running twice a week,
And
you're
the way
likely to have not been running for very long anyway.
Yeah,
So.
and the way to improve would be to add a third run into your week.
Yeah.
And then if you're running 3 times a week and you haven't got time for any more, then you can go one chatty with sparkles and one a bit breathy.
Okay, so how are you going to do that? I know we've done some videos on this. So perhaps we should just send people to our...
No, well, the breathy run would be, let's give you a typical breathy run. It would be 3 or 4 minute walk.
I'd do more than that.
Yeah, no, you would. Then it would be
Chatty for...
super chatty for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Chatty, lovely chatty, where you're listening to your body, you know, are you ready to go a little bit faster? And then you only have to do a tiny little amount of breathy running.
Yes, don't think you've got to go out and just run breathy for 40 minutes.
No, so
Your body will know about it if you do that.
so if it's the first time you've done it, 5 minutes of breathy in a 40-minute run will cause you to improve, and ultimately,
and then gradually increase that every week.
yeah, until if you're running 5 times a week, you would have a long run, chatty long run,
Yeah.
a chatty sparkly, perhaps 2 chatty sparklies, and perhaps a couple of breathy runs, but one breathy run would only be 10 minutes.
One might be a fun fartlek though,
Yeah, fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, a fun fartlek and then a breathy run.
which could be a bit of an outback.
And even the Olympic runners don't do breathy for more than an hour.
Really?
No, they won't do it. They do
Okay.
30
So that's
minutes.
breathy then. What about one next pace up?
Ah, the 1 hour
I
competition
didn't
pace.
like that one very much.
No, it tires you out. And as we said, it brings you to, it gives you a level of acidity that makes you tired and actually counteracts what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So
So is there any point in going there?
no, that's an easy
Yeah.
answer.
There is a point in knowing what it feels like, because it's very easy to get carried away with your breathy and all of a sudden you're into part sentences.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot
So
of
it's
people
about
will do
feeling
that.
based, it's about being aware of what's happening in your body as you speed up.
Well, we have to go down the high street. Let's hope that's not too much. Yes, and I think what we do next week is when, to do that 5k pace.
Right, so we're saying part sentence pace, don't bother with that.
No, jump straight to 5k pace and put some when you're
That
ready.
sounds quite scary.
Yeah. when you're ready and you want to do your PB over 5k, you would do some 5k efforts, but we would call them repetitions. So you just do a little bit, 2 minutes, and then have 3 minutes off.
So I think that might be a whole new video.
Yeah, me.
Yeah?
So predominantly chatty, build up your chatty. Once you've built up your chatty to 3 runs a week, start a bit of breathy. Once a week, it doesn't need to be very much at all.
Twice a week
If you're doing 5 times, you
week.
do a fun fartlek and a breathy.
But it's
And-
only parts of your runs.
Yeah, and don't get carried away.
Don't go to part sentence
No.
pace. That's often called tempo running.
Yeah,
We never found it valuable. It's out there. It's
oh god.
recommended.
Well, it's
But it's so easy to go too fast.
Yeah.
Especially.
And
And next week we'll go into the
for the more experienced
for the more
runners,
experienced runner.
how
we'll
to
go
do
into 5K
repetitions and how to do repetitions.
and when to do them, because it's not something that you want to do.
No, and we've made it. We
Regularly.
seem to be
Yeah.
very good at finishing in a pub. So I'll just spin it
Go
round.
this way. Go this way. A bit further.
Okay, good.
Gotta go down to the...
Just to show people. Because we were wondering how far we had to go in order to make it to here.
Make it to the coast, but we're here.
We're here. We can say that we've made it. I've just about warmed up now.
And Andrew Weaver will know exactly where we are.
So just for you, Andrew, website is going on. So we've had some. I don't want to go. I'm going to go there. That's all right. That's fine. We're looking right into the sun, but it doesn't matter. So website's going nicely, updated. Are you up to date
No,
with
I'm
the
not.
blogs?
I'm terribly behind.
You got
But I will try and catch up.
Okay.
Other things getting in the way. So.
YouTube's going nicely.
Yes, don't forget to visit our website and the YouTube, become a subscriber, post those chatty challenges. If you'd like, we want to hear, there must be more of you out there that have secretly been running chatty for 6 weeks. Let us know how you've got on. I said last week, if it hasn't worked for you, we'd like to hear, we can help out.
You know they can't hear you because of the water gushing in there.
Probably. No.
Okay, not to worry.
We'll see.
And the Facebook's going really nicely, and people are answering a few questions, and that's all lovely.
Okay.
Beautiful. We'll enjoy the rest of our week here.
We will. And we'll see you next week.
Back in Shropshire.
Bye.
Bye.